All right, so the trailer for Bad Boys 4 Ride or Die just dropped a couple days ago. I had to chime in to give my thoughts, man. I have been waiting on this trailer, excited for this movie to come out, and it's about time. Let's get into it. So like I said, I'm excited that we're getting another Bad Boys movie. I think this franchise has done a great job at being able to balance its comedy, its action, its drama, making a really fun movie. I loved all three installments. First one probably being my favorite.
Me, please.
I'm gonna blow you. Hold on.
Do you see the fucking emotion I'm going through right now? That means this shit is serious, okay? That means me and this motherfucker's not vibing right now.
And it's great to see that seemingly this is going to continue. The trailer was amazing and funny and hilarious as hell. So kind of like my last review talking about the Acolyte trailer, I'm not going to go shot for shot. It's on YouTube. Go check it out if you haven't seen it, and then find your way back to this video. I just kind of wanted to share the stuff in the trailer that made me excited and juiced up for this movie. So once again, we got Will Smith and Martin Lawrence reprising their roles as Mike Lowrey.
Mike Lowrey.
And Marcus Barnett. Seems like life is going good, pretty chill, until they hear that their old captain, Captain Conrad, played by Joe Pantoliano, I probably butchered the hell out of that name, was apparently dirty and working for the cartel this entire time. And after them receiving a video message from their, spoiler warning if you haven't seen the third movie, from their dead captain Conrad, claiming that he's innocent and that he wants his bad boys to go and clear his name.
Fuckers, fuck them all.
Mike and Marcus are found on the other side of the law this time, trying to clear their captain's name and themselves. And through this journey, we have some familiar faces. Vanessa Hudgens is coming back, Jacob Scipio, who played Mike's son in the third movie, and even Reggie from Bad Boys 2 and who was in the last movie for a brief moment. And even though he doesn't have a big role in this movie, it's iconic with the franchise, man.
Are you?
I'm Mr. Bennett. I'm Reggie.
So right off the bat, this trailer gave me good vibes, man. Good feels, good vibes. The opening sequence in the corner store I thought was hilarious.
He has a gun to my head.
Want to deal with him? You want to deal with me?
Sorry, sir, but I gotta go.
Will and Martin really haven't lost their step playing these characters. You could tell that the chemistry is still there. They have a lot of fun doing these movies and being in these roles, and the comedy feels very much so in line with the other three movies, which is fantastic.
I need nasty Mike, bad boy.
The action in this movie looks fun and amazing. I will admit some parts look like they're getting a little bit crazier, like the part where Mike is throwing the gun to Marcus and the camera shot is following this perfectly thrown gun in the whole shot, or the crazy fight scene in the helicopter. You gotta think, these guys are like mid to late 50s and they're doing some crazy shit. But I guess you gotta kind of up the ante and up the craziness a bit, making a fourth movie in the franchise. And we're not exactly at Fast and Furious level of crazy yet. So I'm here for it. This little clothesline jump kick I thought was pretty dope. The drama in this movie, from what we've seen so far, looks very intriguing, and I think it's dope that this time around we're getting a bit of a different story. You know, the last three movies was Mike and Marcus being the heroes on the right side of the law, putting these crime lords in jail or taking them down in the name of justice, and now we're following them on the wrong side of the law. They're the ones that are being hunted.
We got two suspects, Lowrey and Burnett. They're armed and dangerous.
And I think that that's a nice twist and a good way to keep things different for this fourth installment. I do wonder how everything's gonna play out, how it's gonna affect him. You know, Mike doesn't really have a family that he needs to be worried about so much. I mean, he has his son, but his son's in prison, which it seems like they're going to be working together in this movie, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, he doesn't really have anybody he needs to be worried about in that way. Whereas, real quick, this is Jinx the editor over here. Forget what I just said. I actually didn't realize that in the trailer, Mike actually has a wedding ring on, and which makes sense because in the beginning of the trailer, he's wearing a white tux. So I think they're probably going to Mike's wedding. So we're probably going to see Mike with his now wife and follow that, which could be pretty interesting. But back to past Jinx. Whereas Marcus, on the other hand, does. He has a family, he has a wife, he has kids, and Marcus very much so loves his peace. So I doubt that he's taking any of this lightly, but I just wonder how that's gonna play out. Is his family gonna be taken hostage? You gotta imagine that there are people in the Force who are dirty, so maybe when everything goes up in smoke, maybe his family gets taken hostage and held over his head. And I do think that this would have been a perfect movie or perfect opportunity to bring back Gabriella Union. She wasn't in the third movie, but her role in the second movie was very important, being the little sister of Marcus and also being a DEA agent. So I felt like they could have definitely worked that in the story, where maybe she's trying to help them from the inside, or maybe she even becomes a fugitive herself and is trying to clear her name alongside them. There aren't any rumors or any talks about her being in the movie, but there also didn't seem like there was any talks about her not being in it. So while I wish that she was, I don't think it's likely, which is unfortunate because she'd have been dope. But overall, I think this movie is going to be a fun time. With all the controversy around Will Smith and his Oscars incident a couple years ago, I don't know how the box office is gonna look when this movie does come out, but personally, I'ma show up. You know, I think Will Smith had a very big moment of weakness and allowed himself to act completely out of character. But I think if we're being honest with ourselves, we've all been guilty of something like that in our lifetime at least once. So I'm hyped up for this movie, but that's where I'm gonna throw the conversation y'all way. Let me know what you thought of the trailer. Do you plan to go and see the movie? And if you're still here at the end of the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps me out, and you made it to the end, so obviously you like something. And while you're down there, go hit the subscribe button. That way you get notified whenever I drop another video. Check out the socials, those will be linked in the description below, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Stay geeked up. Oh damn, they got us at the meat plant though. Damn it. This motherfucker in a mummy uniform. Ooh, with the jukes, boy.